It was perhaps the most anticipated season opener in recent Notre Dame history, and the Irish made it a memorable evening. After trailing 10-7 after one quarter, Weiss's squad responded with a second quarter explosion that left the Panthers wondering what had hit them. Darius Walker, who had rushed for 100 yards, scored on a short run, which was followed by the first of 3 touchdowns from Rashawn Powers-Neal. It became 27-10 when wide receiver Jeff Samardzija went airborne to grab the Brady Quinn pass while nearly parallel to the end zone. The dominating performance ended with the Irish accumulating over 500 yards of total offense, while the Notre Dame defense held Pitt to barely 100 yards rushing on the evening. It may not be one of the longest rivalries in college football, but it's one of the most intense and fiercely fought. It's Notre Dame and Michigan. The 2005 battle took place in front of over 111,000 fans on a warm and sunny day in Ann Arbor. Irish quarterback Brady Quinn expertly led Notre Dame down the field on the first possession of the game. Using a no-huddle offense out of the shotgun and empty backfield, Quinn took the team down the field. The drive ended when Quinn found Rayma McKnight on a quick pass for the score.
Rayma McKnight for the score as the Irish go 76 yards in 12 plays.
The Irish would not trail the rest of the afternoon. The Notre Dame defense set the tone when linebacker Corey Mays blasted Michigan running back Michael Hart in the first quarter. Hart would not return. Late in the first half, Quinn capped a 12-play, 72-yard drive when his deflected pass was grabbed by Jeff Samardzija for the touchdown.
Second week in a row for Samardzija with a touchdown catch.
Michigan drove the ball in the third quarter, but Tom Zibikowski intercepted a Chad Henne pass deep in Irish territory to squelch the Maize and Blues scoring chance. Sensing the game slipping away, Michigan made its move as wide receiver Jason Avon made a big play and appeared to be free for the score. But Irish corner Ambrose Wooden made the big play, stopping the play at the 1-yard line. From inside the 1, Wolverines quarterback Chad Henne lost the ball, which was recovered by Notre Dame Shinadum Ndukwe. Leading 17-10, the Irish defense stopped Michigan on the last possession of the game. For the third time in 4 years, the Irish celebrated a win over Michigan as Charlie Weiss became the first Notre Dame coach since Knute Rockne to start his career with 2 wins on the road. The home opener against Michigan State did not follow the script for which the Irish and their fans had hoped. A series of big plays by the Spartans put Notre Dame in a 21-point hole in the third quarter. That's when Notre Dame began the comeback. Quinn set a school record with 5 touchdowns and a career-high 487 passing yards. Trailing 38-31, Quinn found Samardzija with a 4-yard scoring toss. Tied at 38, the game went to overtime. DJ Fitzpatrick connected on a 44-yard field goal to give Notre Dame a brief lead. But a touchdown run by MSU left the final score 44-41 State. Much was made about the game against Washington in Week 4 as the Irish faced former head coach Tyrone Willingham, now the head coach of the Huskies. But the Irish were able to stay focused on the task at hand, which was to get win number 3 on the season. The Irish defense continued the knack for making the big play in the red zone as Shinadum Ndukwe recovered a fumble inside the 1. That set the stage for a play that will be remembered for years. Brady Quinn found tight end Anthony Fasano on pass right. pass right was the play requested by Montana Mazurkevich, a young fan who was visited by Charlie Weiss before the team headed to Seattle. Sadly, Montana died before the game was played, but Weiss went with the call he had been asked to run. Darius Walker scored from 17 yards out for the game's first touchdown. Walker would finish the day with a career-high 128 yards on 21 carries. Notre Dame's offense continued to apply pressure, which resulted in 17 straight points to take control. Rashawn Powers-Neal scored on a short run. Jeff Samardzija enjoyed another fine day as he caught 8 balls for 164 yards, including this reception of a 52-yard bomb for a score. Travis Thomas scored the final touchdown for the Irish on an 11-yard run.
Travis Thomas, I think he wants to play. Touchdown.
Notre Dame headed back home with a 3-1 record after the 36-17 win. The road show continued for the Irish the next week as Notre Dame headed to Ross-Ade Stadium to meet Purdue. Brady Quinn in the offense set the tone for the entire evening, embarking on a 90-yard drive that consumed nearly 7 minutes. The big play was a 41-yard strike from Quinn to Jeff Samardzija, who made a spectacular catch that resulted in a 1st and goal from the Boilermaker 1-yard line. Rashawn Powers-Neal went into the end zone for the first score of the night. Purdue responded as Corey Sheets broke free and looked to be bound for the end zone. But Notre Dame's Ambrose Wooden again refused to quit on the play and knocked Sheets out at the Irish 1-yard line. On the very next play, linebacker Brandon Hoyt forced a Boiler fumble, which was recovered by Mike Richardson. Again, it was Powers-Neal putting it in the end zone as the Irish took control of the game, up 14-0. On the next Purdue possession, the Boilers attempted a field goal, but Trevor Laws made the block and gave the ball back to the Irish offense. It was more of the same as Quinn guided the unit down the field. A pass to Anthony Fasano gained 19. Then it was Quinn finding Samardzija for the score as the Irish expanded the lead to 21-0. Quinn hooked up with Maurice Stovall for 18 yards. And then found Samardzija for a gain of 27. 3 plays later, Darius Walker scored on a 10-yard run as the Irish extended the lead to 28-0 at halftime. Quinn threw to Jeff Samardzija, who took off on what ended up being a 55-yard scoring jaunt to make it 35-7 Irish.
Bounced in, stayed in bounds, and he's going to score a touchdown.
Leading 35-14, Quinn was intercepted. But on the very next play, Mike Richardson intercepted in the end zone for the touchback, thwarting the Boilers' scoring effort. To begin the fourth quarter, Quinn pushed the Irish on a 10-play scoring drive that culminated when Quinn found a wide-open John Carlson down the middle of the field for another touchdown. Notre Dame would score one more touchdown in the evening when Travis Thomas bolted in from 10 yards out. The final score, 49-28. It was a perfect day for football as USC looked for its 28th straight win. Travis Thomas started the scoring for the Irish on a run of 16 yards. USC had a 14-7 lead as the second quarter began, and Notre Dame fought back. Facing 3rd and 9 from the USC 32, Brady Quinn lofted the ball to Jeff Samardzija, who made the grab in the corner of the south end zone to tie the game at 14. But the Irish were far from finished. With 10:23 left in the half, the Trojans were forced to punt. Irish safety Tom Zbikowski fielded the kick and took off on what turned out to be an electrifying 60-yard return for the touchdown. Notre Dame Stadium exploded as Zbikowski's punt return put the Irish up 21-14 as the teams headed to the locker rooms for halftime.
41-yard punt and a 60-yard return.
Throughout the afternoon, the capacity crowd exhorted their Irish time after time against the top-ranked men of Troy. With the ball on the 13-yard line, Brady Quinn and the offense went to work. Quinn found Jeff Samardzija for 18 yards and then 14 more. Quinn found Maurice Stovall for a 15-yard gain. On 1st and 10 from the USC 29, Darius Walker ripped off a gain of 20 yards as the crowd noise reached a fever pitch. 2 plays later, Quinn scored from 5 yards out.
End zone, did he break the play? Yes, touchdown!
And Notre Dame led 31-28 with just over 2 minutes left. On USC's second play from scrimmage, Trojan quarterback Matt Liner was sacked by Trevor Laws. On 4th and 9, Liner found Dwayne Jarrett, who turned the play into a 61-yard gain to the Irish 13-yard line. Bush moved SC closer, but on 2nd and goal and the clock running, Liner was pounded by linebacker Corey Mays as Liner tried to score. The ball shot out of Liner's grasp and went out of bounds. 7 seconds remained. Liner scored the deciding touchdown. In one of the most emotional and fiercely played games in the 75-year history of Notre Dame Stadium, the Irish proved to themselves and the college football world that the passion that had exemplified Notre Dame football for over a century was back. In a rematch of the 2004 opener, the Irish faced the Cougars of BYU, who entered the contest having won back-to-back games in impressive fashion. Irish head coach Charlie Weiss utilized a no-huddle offense with 5 wide receivers to open the game in order to reignite the crowd and get the offense moving in a hurry. After BYU kicked a field goal to open the scoring, Brady Quinn marched Notre Dame downfield on a 62-yard drive that ended when Quinn ducked the rush and found Maurice Stovall in the back of the end zone for the touchdown, which was only the beginning of a record-setting day for the Irish offense. Trailing 10-7, the Irish defense got a sack on 3rd and 4. Taking the ball near midfield, Quinn and the offense again scored as Quinn found Jeff Samardzija for the 14-yard touchdown pass as the Irish grabbed the lead for good. A missed field goal by BYU gave the ball back to Notre Dame for more of the same on offense. Quinn to Samardzija clipped for a 26-yard pickup to the Cougars' 30. Quinn then found Stovall for the score from 15 yards out, and the Irish stretched the lead to 21-10. The second half was no different, as Quinn found his receivers able to get open for big gains. A 75-yard drive resulted in another Quinn to Samardzija scoring pass as Notre Dame jumped up by a 28-10 score. A pair of BYU scores tightened the game to a 5-point contest at 28-23 late in the third quarter, but there would be no collapse on this day. Quinn found Darius Walker out of the backfield on a screen pass up the west sideline that resulted in a big play gain of 37 yards. The next snap of the football found Quinn hitting Stovall on a 36-yard scoring strike to make it 35-23 Irish. The Notre Dame defense brought the pressure, and BYU had to punt the ball back to the Irish. Quinn was on target to Samardzija for 34 yards and then found Stovall for yet another touchdown pass. While the offense had one of the biggest days in recent memory, the defense would put the final points on the board, as safety Tom Zibikowski read the play perfectly and stepped in front of a BYU receiver for the interception and sped 83 yards for the score. The first win at home in 2005 was sweet indeed as the Irish won over the Cougars 49-23. Two of the nation's top football programs met at Notre Dame Stadium on the first Saturday of November as the Irish played host to the Volunteers of Tennessee. After the Irish defense forced a punt, the Notre Dame offense moved the ball out of danger. On 3rd and 8 from the Tennessee 43, Brady Quinn looked for a standout tight end, Anthony Fasano.
Touchdown, Irish! 94 yards, 11 plays, and Notre Dame's on the board.
The key block that sprung Fasano was thrown by wide receiver Maurice Stovall. On the ensuing kickoff, Mike Richardson forced a fumble that the Irish recovered on the ball's 27.
Gets to the 10, to the 15, at the 20, stumbles through, fumble the ball. I believe the Irish have recovered. Notre Dame has recovered at about the 21-yard line.
Quinn then went up top for Maurice Stovall. The 6'5" receiver made the grab and came down for the touchdown. 14-0 Irish. Early in the second quarter, it was time for the Notre Dame special teams to make the big play. Safety Tom Zibikowski caught the ball's punt on the Irish 22 and headed upfield.
And goes right up the middle. Here's Zibikowski, only Colquitt to beat. Zibikowski down the sideline. Touchdown!
It marked the second week in a row that Zibikowski had a return for a score. With less than 2 minutes left in the third quarter, the Vols tied the game on a touchdown and two-point conversion. The momentum had seemingly turned orange as the Irish offense faced 3rd and 10 from the Notre Dame 25. Quinn looked to throw and found Jeff Samardzija on a crossing pattern and turned the corner in front of the Tennessee bench. Samardzija nearly scored before being pulled down to the Volunteers' 4-yard line. On 3rd and 4, Quinn fired the ball to Samardzija, who smashed his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Notre Dame had regained momentum. The Vols tried to counter, but defensive back Ambrose Wooden intercepted the Eric Ainge pass and headed for the end zone.
Wooden's got it. He's got blockers. Still on his feet and out of bounds inside the 35 at the 34-yard line.
Notre Dame made it a 10-point lead as DJ Fitzpatrick booted home a 37-yard field goal to make it 31-21 Notre Dame. The victory was sealed when Tom Zibikowski intercepted a pass in the middle of the field and headed toward the north end zone.
He's determined to make the end zone, and he scores the touchdown.
The 41-21 triumph was indeed a total team effort as Notre Dame moved to 6-2 on the season. The nation's longest-running intersectional rivalry was renewed as Navy visited Notre Dame Stadium. The passing combination of Brady Quinn to Maurice Stovall continued to pay dividends as the pair connected for the first score of the game, as Stovall made an incredible one-handed catch among several Navy defenders. The Notre Dame defense stopped the Navy running game and forced a punt. Quinn and the offense started one of their patented drives that used both the pass and run to equal effectiveness. Travis Thomas bounced to the outside and scored on a 12-yard run to put the Irish up by 7. On the next series, Notre Dame got the ball back as linebacker Corey Mays recovered the midshipman fumble. It took Quinn and the offense only 2 plays to find the end zone. A completion to tight end Anthony Fasano was good for 26 yards. The next play saw Quinn find Jeff Samardzija for 10 more. The scoring play was a 13-yard run by Darius Walker to send the Irish to a 14-point lead. The defense again did its job, stopping Navy with less than 2 minutes showing in the first half. Quinn used 5 different receivers to move the ball toward the Mids goal line. And with only second showing on the clock, Quinn and Fasano again found pay dirt. At the intermission, the Irish enjoyed a 28-7 lead. Navy answered with a score to open the second half, but Charlie Weiss's squad was up to answering the challenge. After using the passing game in the first half, Notre Dame switched to its running game for the majority of an 82-yard drive. It was Quinn to Stovall again for the touchdown as the Irish rebuilt the 21-point lead after 3 quarters. The midshipmen tried a little trickery, but the Notre Dame defense was not fooled, as safety Tom Sibikowski made the interception deep in Irish territory to stop the Navy drive. The final Notre Dame touchdown was again Quinn to Stovall for 10 yards. The Notre Dame defense held Navy's rushing attack under its 282-yard average, allowing 239 yards on 58 carries. With the victory, the Irish extended the NCAA record for the longest winning streak by one team over another to 42 games. Now 7-2 and ranked 7th in the nation, Notre Dame looked to the final home game of the regular season against the Orange of Syracuse. A group of 34 seniors played for the final time at Notre Dame Stadium as Syracuse faced the Irish on a crisp, clear November afternoon. Despite having won only one game in 2005, the Orange grabbed a 3-0 lead as the Irish uncharacteristically sputtered. For the first time all season, Notre Dame did not put points on the board in the opening quarter. While the offense remained patient, the Irish defense was attacking on all fronts, keeping Syracuse in bad field position by snuffing the run game at every opportunity. With just over 9 minutes left in the first half, the Notre Dame offense was set up in great field position, taking over at the Orange 36-yard line after Chase Anastasio got his hand on a Syracuse punt. The Irish moved the ball to the 25. When on first down, Brady Quinn looked for Maurice Stovall for the touchdown. The Irish defense again forced a Syracuse punt, which gave the Irish possession on the Orange 40. It took only 2 plays for Notre Dame to get into the end zone again. An 11-yard run by Darius Walker was followed by a Quinn to Jeff Samardzija scoring strike for 29 yards to make it 14-3. For the remainder of the first half, the Notre Dame defense kept the Orange bottled as Syracuse could not generate any sort of attack. On the first play of the third quarter, Syracuse quarterback Perry Patterson's pass was deflected into the hands of Irish corner Leo Ferrine. Fitzpatrick booted home a field goal to make it 27-3 before Darius Walker scored the final Notre Dame touchdown of the day on a 3-yard run to make it 34-3. Charlie Weiss was able to send a lot of players into the game as several seniors were able to see action in their final game at home. Walk-on quarterback Marty Mooney connected with Michael O'Hara. The final score was 34-10 as the Irish and their fans celebrated a 4th straight win at the stadium, as the final home game of the season turned out to be a great day for Notre Dame's seniors. The final regular season game for Notre Dame was also the last game to be played at Stanford Stadium. While the Irish needed the win to enhance their chance for a BCS invitation, the Cardinal was gunning to become bowl eligible. Brady Quinn in the offense needed only 2 plays to get the scoring started.
It's Samardzija to the near side. He'll get a block from Jelt down the sideline. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Irish.
After the Cardinal tied the game at 7, Quinn and the offense went back to work and got started quickly. A completion to Maurice Stovall gained 42 yards to the Stanford 30. On his way to his best game ever in terms of rushing, Darius Walker gained 19 yards on the next 2 plays. On 2nd and goal from the 7, Quinn again connected with Samardzija for the scoring strike. It marked Samardzija's 15th touchdown reception of the season and made him the national leader in that category. With the ball on the Notre Dame 38, Quinn completed the pass to Walker, who gained 19. On 3rd and 5, Quinn found tight end Anthony Fasano for a first down to the Cardinal 24. 5 plays later, again on 3rd down, Quinn fired to Stovall, who crated the ball just inside the goal line for the score. As the third quarter was set to end, Walker busted loose around the right side for 38 yards to put the Irish in great scoring position. Carl Gioia was good from 29 yards out for his first career field goal to send the Irish to a 23-14 lead. A key play in the game was 3rd and 5 from midfield as Quinn completed the pass to Matt Shelton to keep the drive alive. Travis Thomas took a pitch to the left side, got several great blocks, and took it in for the 6. After the extra point, Notre Dame was back on top, 30-21. But the Cardinal would score the next 10 points to grab the lead with less than 2 minutes remaining. Down 31-30, Charlie Weiss and his team remained calm. The ball rested on the Notre Dame 20 with 1:37 remaining. The Irish struck for the big play as Quinn fired to Samardzija on a crossing route that produced a gain of 30 yards to midfield. The next play saw Quinn hit Samardzija for 17 more. On 2nd and 7 from the Stanford 30, Quinn lofted the ball perfectly to Stovall, who again outleaped the defender for the huge gain to the Cardinal 10. On 2nd and goal from the 6, Walker smashed into the middle of the Stanford line and powered his way into the end zone to put the Irish up by 5. Weiss decided to go for 2, and the call was nothing short of perfect, as Walker took the quick snap and whipped into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. The final possession saw the Irish defense again rise and stop any chance or hope the Cardinal had of driving the ball down the field. Notre Dame pulled off the must-win on the road, 38-31. It was the first unbeaten season on the road for the Irish since 1993. The 2005 Irish proved the so-called experts wrong from the opening game right through the finale, and after 11 games were ranked solidly in the top 10, awaiting word as to where the team would ring in the new year of 2006. It was a total team effort in every sense of the word, as the 2005 squad embodied the philosophy and work ethic of its head coach, as Charlie Weiss and his Irish recaptured the attention and admiration of fans all over the world. Notre Dame returned to its accustomed spot among the elite of college football.